Yes. Oh my God, guys, I'm feeling cute. I was recently a gay at a wedding. Who here's been a gay at a wedding? Oh my God, I'm a very good gay at a wedding, but it sucked because it was in Cabo. It was a destination wedding. Yeah, a friend from high school who I'm pretty sure heard Lauren Conrad on the Hill say Cabo once and like held on to that for a decade and then dragged us all out to Cabo, bitch! Which, you know, we're from Rhode Island, so you know, that was just far, really. It was rude. It was like all the way over and then down. It was a lot. But we got to the wedding and I realized very quickly as I saw somebody saunter into the hotel lobby to check that I was not the only gay at the wedding. So immediately I kind of like hissed. And we sort of like, I'm gonna take this off the stand. We sort of like, kind of like moved around one another in a circle. And then like kind of plumed up like birds of paradise and kind of like boop, boop, like kind of around one another. And then we both went at the same time. And that was it. That was all we spoke. He was actually really cool. It sucked because the bride was like, oh my God, I have to introduce you to my friend. You guys are gonna hit it off. And I was like, and then we did. He's great. We're getting lunch next week. Very quite predictable. Everyone was coming up to me and being like, have you heard there's a Queer Eye reboot? I was like, I have. It was like the whole like Sex and the City thing where they're like, which one are you? And I was like, well, you probably think I'm gonna say Anthony because I look like I've never struggled a day in my life and I have a phone. But I actually identify as a tan Jonathan Rising. But really the whole thing, I just feel like I'm like some sort of sixth member that's just there to kind of tell you like what situations you can and cannot be high for. You know, just kind of there to be like, no, don't smoke before you go here. It's not a good idea. Do that when you come home. I have a weed addiction! No, like, I mean, good situations to be high for, like Mamma Mia 2. A blast, go. You already know what it is? So have fun. The caftan budget, through the roof. Unbelievable. Could have fed a nation. My entire undergraduate education at NYU, stoned the whole time, totally fine. Totally worked out. I'm going home for my 10-year high school reunion in 2 weeks to proudly age myself. I am definitely going to be sober for that. This is going to be the biggest gig of my life, I think. I'm like in the email thread about like sort of like setting it up, and like I don't live in Rhode Island, so I can't really help. But I was like, my only contribution to the thread was, I'll host it. Just because I can't wait to go up on stage and be like, guys, who is gay now? Give it up, stand up if you suck a dick tonight. Like, and then, you know, maybe 4 or 5 people will clap their hands, and then I'll be like, who's pregnant now? And like everyone will stand up. Everybody's got a baby now. You know, I recently got my ear pierced. Thank you very much. Yeah, I dyed my hair blonde. Like, I don't want there to be any confusion. I want it to be like, gay. You know, like, whoop, gay. And I keep trying to sort of get my parents angry, and they just seem to accept me every time, which is such a bummer. They're just really kind people. It's terrible. Can never really shock them. My boyfriend and I have been doing a lot of role play lately in the bedroom. Keep it spicy. Right now, I am Effie, he's Curtis. We're in the middle of Act 2. I'm about to have my moment. I'm really excited for tonight. It's gonna get freaky. I gotta warm up. This is kind of that's what this is for. You know, recently my grandma passed away, which was kind of a bummer. And is anybody here Roman Catholic? Oh my God, so sorry. So I had to go home for the like 30-hour burial saga. And like, you know, I'm the most creative one in the family. Like what my dad always says, this is my son Dave, he's creative, very creative. So I had to give the eulogy, graveside, which is a blast. Let me tell you, no better place for a eulogy than graveside. It was tough. And also I had to be a pallbearer as well. Has anybody ever bared a pall? All right, so they don't give you a crash course at all. It just kind of happens to you because you've been grieving for 48 hours at the wake. So you just kind of arrive there in your suit, and they're like, all right, guys, like we're gonna pick up and we're gonna move. So my cousin Lewis is in the middle. I'm in the back. I got the back left corner, which I felt was the safe one, sort of like I could weep and I could be kind of in the back. And so we're going up towards the church, and like there's a bunch of steps, but they're those weird sort of Catholic church steps that are not normal sized. They're like shorter than normal, so you don't really know how to do it. And my cousin Lewis trips. And I swear to God, whom I don't necessarily believe in, I felt the weight in the coffin shift. So I'm pretty sure we buried my grandma like this. And I was thinking about that while I was giving the eulogy graveside. But you know, I go to a lot of improv shows in the city, a ton, and I have never seen an improv show as good as Father Ledoux's church eulogy about my grandma. I mean, you would have ever thought he'd met her once. Unbelievable the way he spoke about her. We were like, it's fantastic the way he thinks he's met her. And you know, after it was all said and done, he pulled me aside at the end and I said, Father Ledoux, that was fabulous. And he said, thank you so much. When do you head back to New York? And I said, oh, probably in a couple of days. And he was like, well, we're coming to see Hello Dolly in 2 weeks. And I was like, text me, bitch, okay? Text me. But I will say, and I want to get tonight going. Are you guys excited for our acts tonight? We have Sarah Dooley, we have Anna Fabrega. I mean, it's gonna be lit. And low-key just got a notie on my phone that it's officially started raining outside, so y'all made it in. There's nothing good happening out there, and maybe when we leave, some of the humidity will be out of the air, we can all chill a little bit. But yeah, I will leave you guys on this. So my grandma passed away, and I'd say the best thing that I did was go through her stuff. And if you still have your grandparents, even your parents, like, go through their stuff with them. It is so fun. Like, there's like so much to learn, and like, I don't know, it's just great. Like, I found these plane tickets that were in pencil, which I thought was hilarious. It was like United Flight 101, 103, 1045, go on the plane. Amazing. I found her yearbook, in which my grandma's senior quote was, office work ahead. Which is bleak as stuff. Bleak AF. But I also found, and this is my favorite thing I found, her report cards. Like, and she kept all of them. Also in pencil. Dumb. But yeah, I was like going through them and I was like, oh my God, like, just, I don't know, it was awesome. And as I started to go down the line, it was like, oh my God, like, D, C, D, F. Next year, C minus, D, B. And I was like, oh my God, my grandma was kind of dumb. And that set me free, bitch. The stakes are low. All right, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll be back though. We'll chat for like a little while. But first, I want to bring up our first guest. She has a show coming to HBO called Los Espookies. It's a pleasure to have her. Give it up for Anna Fabrega.